Hi. Hello. Um, this is the ramble I tweeted about doing if you follow me on Twitter. Uh, so yeah, let's just get right into it. Let me pull up the topics. First, before I talk about anything, um, I want to explain what I'm doing on screen. So the main account you're seeing is my main. Uh, I decided to start doing shooting stars like a week ago because I was doing redwoods, but then I realized I had a lot of woodcutting XP and I want to do a lot of 1.5 techniques, so I decided 35 mil is a good stopping place and I'll pick it up whenever I feel like I've done enough 1.5 techniques. Um, the accounts on the bottom, three of them are Zaya Blood RC alts. I made those accounts when I was fairly new to the game and I wanted to make accounts for money and I thought they were just the easiest to make. Turns out they're not really the best for money, but I have them here already, so I'm not just gonna stop playing them. Um, this the fourth account from the left is my main alt. I plan on maxing it eventually, but right now I just started out on it and I got it to buyers, so I'm just sitting it here while I do stuff on RS3. And then the last account is RS3 account that eventually will be my RS3 main, but right now I'm just making into a spiritual warrior account. So yeah, that's all the stuff that's going on screen. So first topic, I guess, introduction to me. I'm Emily, as you can tell by the RSN. I'm a trans girl who got into old school RuneScape about 2.5 years ago. Uh, I started late 2021, and I uh, I haven't really stopped playing the game since then. I took a couple months break, like sometime 2022. But after that, I kind of never put down the game. I play a lot of other games as well, but lately I've just been playing RuneScape. Uh, and I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun playing the game. I don't just play it for nostalgia. I think that's something that might set me apart from some other people because I know a lot of other people's opinions on this game are heavily skewed by their like nostalgia, and they'll even tell you that. So I think uh, I can bring a kind of a new viewpoint since I'm fairly fresh as a player. Next, thoughts on maxing. So, well, let me pull up the image. I maxed on March 9th of this year. It was a goal I had basically since I started. Like, I started and, like, immediately after I figured out, like, skills go to 99 and stuff as the max, like, solid level, I was like, I want to eventually max. And I recently got that done, which I'm very happy with myself for doing that. I'm very proud of myself for sticking to that goal. Um, but with maxing done, I guess I want to kind of go through what I did for each skill. So for all the combats, uh, with some exceptions, like prayer is kind of different and slayer is kind of different, but basically all combats are a mix of some sort of like AFK skill and slayer. So ranged, I did through. Well, I guess we don't start at range. We started attack, HP, strength, defense. All of these I either did through Animite Crabs, NMZ, or Slayer, a mix of those. Those are the main training methods I did. Um, Nothing much to say here because NMZ is like you click every 20 minutes, and Slayer is like you're doing Slayer, so it's not really like you're not really trying to train attack or defense or whatever. You're just kind of training it passively. Mining I did through a lot of 3-tick 4G and some MLM plus quests. Uh, I by the time I was ready to actually like get 99 mining, I liked tick manipulation and efficient skilling, so I decided to just do it all through 3-tick 4G, which, despite the fact that 3-tick 4G can get kind of boring, it was still very enjoyable. Agility, I did through basically all efficient methods. So I did all the rooftops, and then I stopped at like 73 until I unlocked the Pulker, and then I did the Pulker 3 and 4 to 90, and then I stopped at 90 for a while, and then I came back and I did 4 and 5 to 99. Very enjoyable. Smithing mostly through Blast Furnace Gold with a little mix of like Quest XP and maybe some random like shit moneymaker I did when I was like 500 total level. Herblore, I did a mix of random pots, so like prayer pots, attack pots, not super combat pots. A bunch of random pots until level 90, and then past level 90 I did magic potions because Ceridome and brews were too expensive for me because I I'm not the greatest with money. Fishing was my first 99, and I did it through a mix of different methods. I did a lot of like the basic stuff, like shrimps into fly fishing into barbarian fishing. I also did some other methods like Kwamons. I did some angler fishing because both of those gave you a bit of money. Um, I did, yeah, and then I would do barbarian fishing, both AFK and 3-tick, because I didn't know 2-tick swords were a thing at the time. So, yeah, but I got that done with 3-tick barbarian fishing, and then the reason I have so much post-max XP is because I really like the skill, so I just kind of trained it a lot. Ranged. Ranged was through. I don't think I even ever chinned in the Monkey Madness tunnels. I think I purely did this through Slayer and like Animite crabs and sand crabs. Uh, Thieving, I did. Hold on a second. I did a lot of blackjacking. I did a lot of Arty Knights, and I did Pyramid Plunder. Those were the 3 methods I did. And like obviously the like cake stealing and like fruit stalls. Cooking I did through 1-tick Kwamons and AFK Kwamons because I didn't know Bake Pie was a thing. Prayer I did through a lot of POH, like a lot of POH Dragon Bones, and then from 90 to 99 I did a little bit of Dragon Bones and then Hydra Bones at the Chaos Altar. Crafting, I did Beehive Bodies and like glass blowing because that's how poor I was. Fire making, Winter Todd basically the whole way. Magic, a little bit of bursting in Monkey Madness tunnels and Slayer. Fletching, I was so poor. I strung bows for profit. Uh, everything post max though is like mithril darts. Wood cutting, I did 2-tick teaks and redwoods. I remember I sat at redwoods from 90 to 99, like straight. Like I didn't do anything else on the account. RC, I did Guardians of the Rift to 77. I did Zaya RC to some random arbitrary number, and then I did Muds from like I think 80 something, 90 to 99. Slayer, which in my opinion is the worst skill, I just kind of did the most efficient Slayer I could, which was about 60k an hour. Doing Duradel and just like skipping shitty tasks and like trying to do the most optimal method that I could without alts. So like I would lure Abbey demons by myself type of thing. Farming, I did normal tree progression until I got to use in palms because I was too poor. I still am for magic and dragon fruits. Plus I do Hispori. And then I recently started doing Celestrius and Calquat. Con, I did mostly through mahogany tables and maybe like 4 mahogany home contracts. And then Hunter, I did basically all through DriftNet and like some red chins. So yeah, that's kind of an overview of maxing. My thoughts about it are, I don't know, not really too complicated. I'm happy I was able to stick with the goal, and it was very fun to do the efficient methods once I learned them. And yeah, but the whole time I was skilling, I was kind of like, I kind of wanted to get done with maxing because I really enjoy post max XP. Just like grinding towards a goal is really fun. So I'm happy I'm done with it, but I'm still, I enjoyed it. Besides Slayer, I enjoyed everything else. Most other skills had fun methods at least. So yeah. Next, goals slash going for Rex and post max XP. So we kind of already talked about this, but let me pull up my goals. So these are my goals for this year. I had max on there because going into this year I was not maxed, and I wasn't playing super efficiently like week by week at that point, so I was thinking maxing would be kind of a longer term goal, but I started going really hard and I maxed pretty early into the year. Um 30 to 50 mil fishing. So I really like fishing, so I decided after maxing, go for like either do a combination of two tick swords, and driftnet to 50 mil fishing. I am almost at that. Uh, I already started that like basically immediately, but I don't like AFKing fishing because I want to do driftnet or I want to do two tick. Like I don't want to AFK it, so that's why I'm AFKing stars. Do a big week and big month. Basically, that just means like I just wanted to get better at playing over longer periods of time. So like I can play for like 6 hours fairly decently, and I can play for like 12 hours a day. Depending on what I have going on. But I want to get better at doing 30 hours, and I want to get better at like playing over a week and playing over a month. So I put those there as like a get better at that. Uh, yeah. And then, hold on, I'm doing stuff on RS3. And then make 4 to 6 spiritual warrior alts or 3 Firewatch alts. So this was just kind of a general goal I had about making money. This has kind of changed. Now I kind of just want to make like 1 to 2 spiritual warrior alts and like 2 more Firewatch alts, because Firewatch alts are really AFK as well, and I don't have to swap between games. So these numbers aren't exactly accurate to how I feel right now, but basically I just want to make more alts so I can get more money because I want to be able to fund being efficient. And as of right now, like I can barely fund like doing the things I already do on my account, so yeah. Oh, wrong thing. Besides those, I do have a couple things. Personally, I really like going for records, so specifically 6 hours, I really like. Um, I a little goal that I put afterwards that I didn't screenshot was getting like a top 5 fishing 6 hour. So that's another goal I have. I think I can do it. I got a top. Now it's 4 6 hour that I fucked up the update on. So like it's definitely possible, especially because I'm making this alt partially. Like this Firewatch alt will become the alt that I use for that new. Well, I guess it's not new, but the 2 tick method at the fishing guild. And yeah, so I really like the competitive aspect of skilling, and since I've joined so late, I can't really fight for like ranks. So I've kind of switched my competitive mindset to records. So that's something I plan to do in the future. Eventually when I move on from fishing if I do mining or woodcutting, I will also want to go for records on those as well. So yeah. And also the post max XP goals I have are after 50 mil fishing, just hitting some 25 mil goals. So 25 mil mining, 25 mil RC, 25 mil maybe smithing, agility. So yeah. Um, I kind of already talked about alts. So I like playing a lot of accounts. I enjoy alting. I really enjoy alting. Like it's fun. And it makes me money, so I'm gonna do it. Uh, and yeah, that's about all I have to say about alts. I like playing on multiple accounts, and I like money, so I'm gonna do it. And then last thing, thoughts on updates in game direction. So I don't really give a shit about things like Voldemort. Like they're interesting, and I think new content like that is good for the game. Like I think content that gets people to play the game is good, even if I don't really care about it. Um, but like I just couldn't be fucked to be like to talk about the discussion of like the Colosseum or Perilous Moons or like anything that isn't related to skilling. And then like the skilling stuff, like Sunfire Runes was fun to watch, but like I don't plan on ever doing runners for RC. I plan on doing solo muds and solo lavas. So I don't really care. Um and like bone mining seemed cool, but uh like since I'm a main, prayer is like 1 mil an hour with superior bones, and um mining, like there's better AFK methods. Like if I really wanted to get good mining AFK rates, I would just do volcanic mine. Um so yeah, like it doesn't really affect me. The updates that do affect me, like the rebalance, project rebalance, and sailing, those things I do care about. But for my own mental state, like I prefer to only care about them when they're either coming out or they like are making some big change that I'm vehemently against. Because otherwise, like if RD gets buffed by like 10k XP per hour, it affects me because I'm doing agility, but um, it's better for me from a mental standpoint to look at the game and see that and not get annoyed that RD is getting buffed or that they're just flat buffing XP rates, and more think about it like, okay, this affects me, but if I care about it too much, it'll affect me more negatively than just the changes themselves. So even if they have a negative effect on me, I try to just think about it like that. Um so yeah, my thoughts on sailing are I have no power to stop it from coming into the game at this point. All I can hope is that it's good. So my viewpoint is just kind of like root on the devs and hope Jagex does well with this update, because at this point there's no way to stop it from getting pulled, like from getting basically through. Like I think you'd be really naive, I guess, to say that sailing isn't coming into the game. Like that's just stupid. Like you just have to be real with yourself and be like, okay, the casual players will push it through no matter what at this point. Let's just hope it's good. So yeah, that's my opinion on the updates. I'm not really a Puritan when it comes to like updates because I didn't play back when old school was old school. I just play it when it's like a different version of RS3 now. So new updates, I don't really care as long as they're not very detrimental to the game. Stuff like them just flat buffing thieving rates, like I'm happy that got reverted because that's fucking stupid. and stuff like skilling prayers, like stuff like that, which like we have the ability to actually make an uproar against. But so many casuals love sailing that like as a community of skillers, we have no way to actually stop that from happening. So there's no reason to get mad about it. Um, I think that's about it for the topics I wanted to cover. Um, I didn't really want to bring up a lot of personal stuff because one, I don't think really anybody cares, and two, the personal topics can be a little iffy, so I try not to talk about it that much. Um, I have some shout outs as well. If um if you saw in the maxed image, all these people here were from my skilling clan I'm in, called SKSC or Skilling Sanctuary. If you are somebody who's into skilling and for some reason is watching this and not in a clan and maybe isn't like a 2K ep player, I would recommend looking into Skilling Sanctuary. Very, very nice community, very accepting people. Um, and they're very accepting to like lower EHP players, people that aren't like 2K up or higher. So if you're looking for a clan, I would recommend them. Um, and speaking of community, I really want to thank everybody for being so accepting of people in general. Like, obviously, there's some bad apples, but everybody I've talked to in the community has been very nice and open and accepting. And I just want to thank everybody for that. It really means a lot. Um, and I guess the last shout out is uh, I, I hang out in SKSC, but the place where I talk to people the most is Malik's Discord and Twitch channel, or MLK underscore OSRS. He's very cool. He has a cool community over there. And again, they've been very nice and accepting. So I'm going to put his links down there, my links down there, and SKSC's Discord and Twitter down there in the description. So you guys can check those out. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't have much else to say. If I have more thoughts, or if I have like people asking me to say like give my opinion on something for some reason, I'll either tweet it, which you can find my Twitter in the description, or I'll make another ramble eventually, but that'll probably be like months and months down the line, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.